Whoa, we are back. Map number just before we get to this one, sliimey did have a 2.33 rating on HLTV. That's ridiculous. And I would expect it to be similar on this map. However, Mindfreak are going to start on the hard side. Not hitting the brakes at all. Straight out monster. A couple of bangers getting them across. And the CTs will find first blood. Gum. Oh, it's a shaky little bit of the crosshair there. And it's not going to work too well. Forlex able to come through for one trade. Super, another. But the site is still years from being theirs. Super and Gump in a 2-on-2. Can they close it?
We'll see. Awkward position to be in. Blizz on the crossfire. Across from ABC side. Going to get a pick here. Ball left on Super. Trying to isolate these duels with the USPs, so at least has the one-tap potential at range. Going to use the pillar for a bit of cover, and he's got the bomb there, Mac.
Canon event just allowing him to have it. A whole minute left to play with. Coppo jiggling close. Oh, and it was a nice little crossfire there. Coppo able to swing off that shot from Kraz. Info was there. I still felt like Super could have had a decent shot. He knew where they both were. But moving into the second, we just need to also reiterate that Canon event has won 3 out of 3 pistols. Mindfreak still won the last map, 13-3.
Pretty dominant display. See if it continues on in this map. Does seem like the 4 spies coming in for Mindfreak. See what they're going to put together with this buy here. Seems like 2 into con. It's looking pretty defaulty right now for Mindfreak. Not in a rush to be going anywhere. Initial util just to try to get some semblance of B control early on for Canon event. Molly into short Bs to make backside a monster. And they're playing pretty pinned back for now. There's the progression smoke after the door's broken for the Ts to take some control of connector here, but they're going to have to do it a bit more dry than usual because they don't really have the mollies and all the util to work with. Yeah, made it work though.
Well, con control, still a cheeky bit of monster control, and they haven't made too much noise here at bathrooms, so Canon event can still play that deep long line. 3 at A, I feel like is a bit of overkill when you have solid positioning like this, and with that flash out into short, we are going to see Bobo make their way down towards B. Just trying to keep distance between them and, of course, the potential 4 spy, but they're not 100% on that just yet. CT's flashing a monster, and Kraz gets the info on these positions. Super, very isolated there, across the top of the smoke on the sandbags, and Bobo going to try to keep on farming through him. Kraz needs to come in and follow through on all that damage that was done onto the T's. sliimey, 3 HP, a 2-point whatever rating in the first map, but unfortunately can't back it up and can't get on the board here yet in the second.
Good stuff. Much better start here to Overpass CT side. Money going to be in the bin here for Mindfreak. They're going to have to take a single save, which up against a couple of MP9s could be a bit of a farm being had here for the CTs. It's the Deagle on Super. Nothing else invested. Oh no, Deagle on sliimey as well.
I feel like there's definitely a bit of ego there with how the last match went. You never know what you can find with a couple of Deegs here. Canon event looking more confident so far here on Overpass. Starting on that CT side helps the bundle.
Yeah, especially if you get your economy off to a good start, you win the pistol, which is kind of what's happening so far. Want them to have a nice and clean anti-eco here, which will allow them to kind of make some mistakes on this CT side and still be able to recover from that. Deeg spotted out there along. A little bit of a jump spot on the side here.
Bit of damage getting done to Jump, and the follow through comes through from Blizz 2, who's jiggling around on sign. In a bit of a rough position, but still can rely on his teammates, but won't need to. That's 3 for him, 1 for Coppo. Only Bobo falling. And sliimey, he's got that Deagle, and he doesn't have a whole bunch of health to make anything happen. 30 seconds to get the bomb back and try to work a plant. He's very much in the open, crab walking forward. And we'll get to the headshot line, so maybe a chance but won't shoot back. And that'll be that. 3-0. Coppo just barely surviving on 10 points of health, but 4 alive for Canon event is solid for the financials.
Yeah, they get the AWP straight out as well. Keeping their economy nice and healthy and getting the stick out ASAP. It's going to be real good here on CT side Overpass. No AWP available here for Mindfreak, so you do have opportunities to find some pretty nice timings to get the opening picks here with the AWP, if it's used correctly. See what the util's looking like for Mindfreak. Seems like Blizz just going to sit on that line trying to punish anyone swinging Fountain a bit too wide. After a little bit of util, I'm actually surprised to see a CT molly on party side there that early. They fall back quite far. I really think Canon event, they're not really contesting these lines in the mid round on A really, which is kind of problematic. Like you're giving the T's a ton of space here. I don't mind it that they're kind of aggressing down bathroom side now and rotating that extra player over. Going to fall into a bit more of a retake B setup. That could work out for them. Got the quick little rotate to A. Is that setup actually looking kind of all right? All comes down to how successful you can be on toilets and divider though, doesn't it?
Yeah. When you're this far up, I feel like with 40 seconds, you kind of got to give it an all-in at some point, and that's happening right now. Flash towards long. Will slow the T's down barely, but there's flames ablazing everywhere on site, and the CTs are locked into the fight, but a 5v3 might not go their way. However, it does. Long push gets dismantled, and Forlex, him and Gump need to try to save the day, which they might just. Kills going to go evenly for the moment. Bomb with 20 seconds, and Gump to try to hold. There is that molly across the fourth Forlex out, but it won't stop the plant fully. And now with Mitzi, he's just trying to figure out where he wants to throw this molly, but he takes a little bit too long to get that one out. Gump chasing for map control after the kill onto Kraz, and Mitzi yet to get on the board, hasn't needed to. The crossfire, a swing off of Forlex's contact is immaculate positioning coming through from Mindfreak to get their first on the board.
Yeah, the money in a weird state here. Canon event. 2.5 for Bobo, 2k for Blizz. See what they're going to put together here. I mean, could definitely see some hero M4s purchased up. I'm going to take a tack time out to try and discuss it. Money on Mindfreak hasn't built up too much yet. So look, they still got some time here on the CT side to try to put together something to pressure that economy. I don't think, I mean, you really can't hard reset the T side here, especially if a bomb plant comes out and they've only got 2.4 loss. So I think the play is always here, just how much do you want to throw into this round to do economic damage? Do you buy an AWP and then jam time it? Do you chuck a couple hero rifles in there? Do you drop some Ds to the fellas? Like, we'll see what they come up with.
As a Counter-Strike aficionado, Mitch, what would you do in this situation?
I think if I have a good AWP, I love buying an AWP here and jam timing it, and then I'm dropping some pistols for the fellas, especially on Overpass. Whoa, that was not on the bingo card, Mac.
No, it wasn't. But the option was pulled out of the trash, and this round might have been as well. As Mindfreak, they steady the ship easily. Sliimey with a big green, just sliding those 2 shots on, and a second round on the board for the T's.
What would you have done, Mac?
Probably something similar to what the CTs did, you know, just get a banger. You know, hey boys, we're swinging long or swinging fountain. Some El Clasico strats. You can do it into short as well, but I feel like it's not as effective as the surprise peep out long.
I feel like
the
long A stack was winning a lot of eco rounds a while ago.
Yeah. Because if they're not there and you get that kill on the 1A player, if they go on B, you get a gun and then you can 5v4 and still give the round at least a shot.
Quick controller connector here for Mindfreak. Making money moves over there. Actually going to turn this into a short B pivot. Meet up with Forlex. This is going to be the boost. Nope. All of that being heard by Canon Event, who once again play heavy divider. They've got Blizz on the long A line, and they're just playing retake B almost every round. I haven't really seen many teams play like this, mostly because with the util protocols that are the meta on CT side of Overpass right now, I really feel like you can just play in water a lot of the time and drop the barrel smoke and kind of play to delay, and then the players flooding in can give you supportive util. Flashed off the line is Blizz. He's going to get boosted up onto the flower pot. That's kind of cheeky, and it honestly might work here.
Ooh. There's that shot. Blizzy boy. Onto the head of Sliimey, taking the AWP out of the equation. And Gump, a little fadeaway there on a Kraz, keeping it even at 4 apiece. And with sight control, Mindfreak have plenty of time to get into post-plant positions. Gump making noise going to short, resmoke the heaven to buy some extra time. And all these 3 CTs are probably just going to have to come in through lower.
Kid on Mitzi. Keep an eye on where he dies. That progression smoke is going to be so he could get out. I thought they were still going for it, but now that makes a lot more sense to me. 3 rifles attempting to be saved here for the CTs. Run, Mitzi. Run back to the giant smiling sun in the sky. Some people aren't going to get that, and that's okay.
Mitzi Witzy keeps his wits about him and won't keep his gun because he keeps his knife out at the wrong moment, turns his back, doesn't hear those footsteps, sprinting up the stairs, and Tux will at least keep the AWP across to the next, but there was some damage done by Canon Event in the end. Mindfreak tying things up at 3 apiece, and the money in a decent way after the buy, thanks to Tux keeping the AWP in hand. But we'll see how the financials go moving forward if Canon Event win this one, because they got them all. They got an opportunity.
You know what that means? Jam time. Jam time.
Maybe. This is going for it, but
yeah, you always take an angle, you know. Take a duel.
He's not going to take the L. He heard that push coming. Forlex over towards short. In the meanwhile, finds that first CT and not the second. Mitzi finds the headshot eventually. Gump swinging out, pivoting from Con is solid for the trade, and the numbers, Mindfreak with a 1-man advantage, and that B-site control making a 2-man advantage thanks to the swift shot from Sliimey. Blizz on the AWP, going to be able to get the number of Sliimey again, and maybe give Canon Event a look into the round.
I mean, even if he doesn't, he's taking some guns away from the T side, keeping their economy a bit more honest. But all on his lonesome now. And with already Super. Super's been hunting him for yonks now. Walking into bank. See if the long con will pay off here. Unfortunately, he's just missed the timing. He's heard the scope though, I think, which is why he's walking back up to spawn side. Here's his footsteps as well. Gumps on the chase. Oh, the peak, really repeat back into that. He's been punished for that quite heavily, Mac. Unfortunate. We'll have plenty of money to buy another up next round though, so not the worst thing in the world. And time for another tactical timeout from Canon Event. This is where Coppo, he's got another speech for the boys.
Right now?
Yeah. What do you mean? You're running out of time, mate. Come on. We're halfway through the timeout. How's this gonna work?
Oh, why'd you call the timeout? Well, I wasn't ready with the speech here, but look, if I've got to say something, I'll give you some choice words. W, pre-fire, refrag. Wait, no. Triplus isn't in the team. Aimbots. Yep. Let's go, boys. We'll get him in the next one.
Nice. It's good stuff. Buys come through here though. Blizz with the ult back out. Got a pretty good CT buy here. They've used 3 smokes right at the start of the round here. 2 towards A and the back side of B. burning through almost all of their util. They've got 4 grenades left, and oh, that's a nightmare. 4x straight out of the short B, prog smoke, double entry. Bobo trying to stay alive in the back of the site. Super's been lost on the other side. Yep, this is 4x's world we just live in. Play Marvin's room. Call it a day, I reckon.
Do you know if the games get moved earlier when we hit that old daylight savings? Or like the opposite of the normal light savings?
I do not know. Do you know?
No, I don't know. I'm just wondering if it stays at 10 CET no matter what. So we then roll back the hour on the weekend. Is it this weekend?
Yeah, the first Sunday.
First Sunday of
April.
April. There you go. For everyone watching, remember to roll those clocks back, or remember you're going to gain the hour. You're going to gain an hour. You're going to go from 2 a.m. and then when it hits 3 a.m., it's not actually going to say 3. It's going to hit 2 a.m. again. And you're going to be like, what the hell is going on here?
Actually, right. I don't know if it'll affect the timing of the OS games. The other games, so I already adjusted my calendar, like, in anticipation of the daylight savings time.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of just how I roll. But you're right. Might not affect the OS games. Maybe they'll be kept at the same time.
Yeah. Might just roll closer. I feel like 8's such a late time to start these games. I said it last time and I'll say it every bloody broadcast because everyone wants to play their officials at like 6 and 7, you know?
That's it. That's prime time, baby.
Prime time, baby. But here we are. Canon event with a prime call. 5-man stack in the A site, and they're going to be going through the smoke. There's some players with util out, but they're sitting on some nades, and that's not going to go too bloody well. The flash timing was immaculate, but unfortunately, it's a meat grinder.
Yeah, and we love meat grinders here at ESL Challenger League, Oceania.
We love them on ANZ champs too.
I've never heard of that broadcast.
Why not?
Only ECL remains.
I disagree. I heard of it.
Okay.
But have you heard of Canon event? Getting more than 3 rounds against Mindfreak. I haven't heard about it yet.
Not yet, but it's possible. I wouldn't be surprised, Matt.
Probably, but...
Flash out of... Ooh, long. Super's found the entry over on divider side from Party. That's actually an AK peeking an AWP, and somehow Super's sharp enough to make that work. And Copper, he's decided it's his time to shine. He's been promoted to primary AWPer. Oh, primary shotgunner maybe. We're looking for a Fallen-esque performance. But he only goes Super 2. So that's probably not good enough, is it?
No. No, it's not, unfortunately. But can they bring it back in the 2v3? Can they make it good enough? Can they show that they are good enough? Are they enough? Many questions. Oh, hello.
Whoa.
Default. I like that.
No
it's
one's
fully
planting.
Influential to the round if they threw it 10 seconds later. But they didn't. And here we are. That was a solid lineup, though. Kraz flexing his util.
Yeah, a few more dry runs of that strat. We'll get that one down. Oh, that's a juicy heat grenade.
Yeah, almost 80 points of damage. That kill was huge, though. Kraz now can go out first. 2 smokes and a flash remaining. Don't know if there's going to be a kit around, though.
I mean, they're all dead in divider, so that kit is not retrievable.
Yeah, unless. Just sticking it. Taps there, they're looking, they're feeling, they're thirsty. Mitzi finds one. Won't tap again. And 4x will fall. If there was a kit, there was a world where they win that round. But Mitzi, no kit, no clue. And he didn't have the money. It said $600 there, but he got those from the kill rewards. Don't go lying. Don't go thinking you're better than him, Twitch chat. You wouldn't have done that. Good kills coming out of Mitzi.
But kills do not necessarily get you rounds, Mac.
They don't pay the bills either.
No, that's where you need the skills. That's what Mindfreak have. Half by though. And Coppo, man of the people, is on the A1S and armor. Can he be the one to turn the tide in this game, Mac? He's your favorite player right now. And he's taken all of that space in connector. Look at that. Oh, he's on the push. Someone stop this man. Not even the wet floor sign will stop this man. He's an absolute mad lad. Goes straight up the ladder. Lad is short for ladder. In case you didn't know, Mac.
Very true, mate. Well, push comes in. No CTs to be seen because they are respecting the smokes, respecting the space, and respecting the flank. Coppo, no trigger discipline, but he will be able to find two anyway. Oh, might get a little awkward here. Blizz going to boost him up on the offline. But he won't be peaked yet again. Mindfreak realizing, okay, they're on a bit of a whiff fire. They're on a Hero M4. And Kraz, some crispy shots with the Deagle. That fourth round is right around the corner, but they got to get past the big man, the experienced one, the gamer. His name's Tux, and I heard that he sucks. That's it. I was trying to set him up for it. You know, I was trying to set the play up, but he just didn't want to do it this time. Tux, mate, if you're watching the VOD, you did that to yourself. 7-5. Is going to be the halftime score because Canon event have my full faith after a solid retake like that. Kraz firing up with the Deagle. Blizz actually farming with the AWP. And him doing enough here in the first half has definitely fired the rest of the boys up around him. But a few of them took a while to get going.
Bro, Coppo flanked through unders and got the double to start off that round win.
Yep.
Put some respect on my boy's name right
Coppo.
now.
And then Coppo, he's 11-7. Is that good? Gave him that motivational speech too.
That's true, he did do that.
We reminded them about all the aimbots that they've been playing and just do that. And it reminded them.
You gotta remember to remember, not to forget to remember sometimes.
That's true. A bit of noise going to be made towards bathrooms this time. Mindfreak getting some progressive control. They don't have a large amount of utility remaining. They've got some flashes and nades, but for the most part, it is two smokes to try and execute on whichever site they please. And a couple of mollies as well to burn out Canon event. Looks like it will be the commit towards bathrooms. Blizz posting, waiting, and not swinging. It's Coppo to take that point and take first blood. That's going to be bombed down in the open, and Blizz can cut off the pass from Mindfreak. The shadow there. Nice movement to try and retrieve it. Molly goes down to buy extra time. Canon event are playing this really well indeed. And Blizz, he's going to be separated from the rest of the team, but the bomb, it's still on the ground. And Blizz misses the one that he needed. However, El Bobo's there to do a little bit more. Gump playing that time down, and Bobo going long because he knows that Mindfreak with 20 seconds are probably not going B. Flashes across the top to buy some extra time. And now is when that molly we saw the lineup for needed to hit, but it didn't. Kraz, he's barely missed it, won't buy the time, and there is now space to get this plant down and maybe an opportunity for Mindfreak.
Bobo's playing the long game. Kraz does not need Molotovs. He's got bullets.
Oh, no.
So does Super, though. He's playing the pivot around the side box. No more util smoke in front of one of these CTs. Super anticipating that peak. And the wide swing one tap. Oh, my Lord. It's actually Superman. It's not short just for Super. It's Superman. And we're going to fly straight into a break. See you later.
Crazy scenes here on Overpass, as expected between Canon Event and Mindfreak. But Mindfreak, with a solid clutch, a big round out of supar, getting a 1v3 dub, puts Mindfreak on 8 rounds on the T side. And I don't know if there's too much coming back from here from Canon Event, but another pistol, getting 4 from 4, would sweeten that pot.
Yep. And we love sweet pots. Here's the BXQ flashes up over the top. That smoke's gone maybe not where they would have wanted. That's okay. They've got magic.
They got magic on their hands. And they got magic Glocks. Ooh. Bobo. Ready for this swing, but do they clear him? They'll look at him, and he's got the headshot line. It's a little bit awkward. But he will win the first one. And it's looking like Mitzi almost does enough to win the round. Gump on 1 HP. There is no way. There is absolutely no way that he wins this. There is no world.
I reckon he could give it a crack. You're just a hater. That's 4 from 4 pistols, is it not?
It certainly is. Pistol gods.
I'd love to see the stats on series that you win when you win every pistol.
I feel like there needs to be, like, you can be great at pistols, but why are we not seeing those kind of results on your gun rounds, you know?
Maybe they just...
Am I right or am I wrong?
I mean, there's probably a lot of reasons for that.
100%. But I want one of 2 answers, Mitch. Yes or no.
Why can't they do that on gun rounds? You want me to say yes or no?
Yep.
Oh, Mindfreak. They're on long 8. They've got this is what I like to call Dwayne. This rock stack. I've just invented that. They're doing Dwayne.
Okay, next time I play FPL, I'm going to say, yo, we're doing Dwayne, and if no one comes to this spot, I'm going to report them all. Gump. Oh! Famus. In hands. And it's not going to be him to get the job done. It's Folex there. Finding one as sliimey as well. We'll get another with the MP9. And the rock strat, the Dwayne strat, is giving him the Johnson. Oh! Folex doing more than just giving him the Johnson. My lord.
Damn, Dwayne. They got absolutely rocked, mate. And, yeah, they're broke. They're going to have to force buy. But you know what that means, Mac? Tell me. You know it. You know this one.
They're going to win this round.
They're back on the pistols.
Is that the answer?
And guess how many pistols they won? All of them.
That's true. That's
Here
true.
they go.
This have they won this round with techies?
I say yes.
Nah. They have not been winning those pistol rounds. They've been winning the pistol rounds, but not the pistol rounds. Know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're saying.
Tonally.
Anti-eco now. Is there anything Mindfreak can't do?
That's a great question. And I don't specifically know the answer, but I'm going to try to find it for you, Mitch.
Thanks. Have a little bit of a scroll through the HLTVs. And you let me know, buddy.
All right, what are they saying?
I don't know. Let's have a look. Why not?
No one said a thing.
Nothing. Unlucky. Just when we needed the most.
Just when we thought our HLTV degenerates had our back. Unfortunately, they did not.
We've got short B control. I'm counting that as a dub.
Bam. Well, these blocks have got nothing for us this round. I don't think they're going to find anything. Who've you got winning Chengdu?
Chengdu. Tyloo. 100%.
Get out. They have 6 men. That's better than all these other 5-man
That's
rosters,
true. They're playing
right?
6v5, bro.
Yep.
You don't-
6v5 against Meows. Boom. That's so easy for them.
Meow Sports. That's a classic. That's a bit of a throwback.
Meows Sports.
Meows.
Meows. I'm looking...
Probably Meows Sports.
Surely
Wait,
this
no,
is
there's
the...
a whole nother group.
Surely this is the phased up. This is the one that phased win again. Another IEM. I reckon they'll bounce back after the Major L.
I could go at G2. They just They just played
Actually,
pretty close in the semis. Of
no,
the old major.
I would love Virtus Pro to have a bounce back after what happened to him. I think that'd be a storyline.
Yeah.
Knocked out by Nvidia.
Like,
but
right in
of
the
Chengdu.
final round of the grand final, the other team crashes.
Yeah, and it's G2. And they get their just desserts.
Pressure deep on short here. Bit of a progression smoke. Big issue I see in this round, and it might not even be an issue, Mac. But the big issue I see is they've got 5 grenades to get through the rest of this T-side round.
Well, they still have the grenades. They just don't have any monster control. And they're going to have to deal with 4 CTs on the A site very shortly because the B site players are starting to edge passively, get on a faster rotate. And the A site holders are going to do just that. Hit their shots, swing together, have solid 3-man crossfire in the right place at the right bloody time, and put themselves on 12. Canon Event are really good at getting pistols, but unfortunately are not really good at shooting back with rifles. And that is sticking out like a bit of a sore thumb right now. 12-5, 13-5, looking like it will be the scoreline unless Canon Event can do it with a substandard buy. What do you reckon, Mitch?
I reckon 3 flashes, some ripper entries from Coppo. We're cooking up something absolutely beautiful here. Look at him, he's right at the front of the pack. Sending it into party. Go, you beautiful man. Let's let the rest of the boys go first. Into bathrooms. They've used 66% of their utility here, Mac.
I would love if Bobo just went for a mid-season name change to Bozo instead. More fun to be had. Coppo blinded it long, and he will be there solo. Not going to catch that nade. And Kraz is hoping that he can maybe open things up down towards that B site. But for the moment, Mindfreak are getting impatient. They're going to flash forward and get the info. Drop that bomb on the ground. Blizz can't shoot back, and Gumps almost found himself a trip play in an awkward situation. Super will fall, and that's going to be the bomb retrievable and a 3v3. Tuck's still alive. They know that he flashed for his teammate to go aggressive just before. And in the meanwhile, Kraz, he left Monster. He was going to run back. Looks like there might be a bit of chaos in the calls. And in the meanwhile, Coppo slides that shot straight onto Tux to try and bait these rotations up. But Mindfreak, they're staying silent, and they will beat the T's here in this battle of the turtles.
Yep. Sliimey. Fitting name for a turtle. As Canon Event creeping onto the site, they're going to be able to actually get it for free. Try to get this plant down. Coppo's fighting over on Chuck's side. Looks like he hasn't quite found the right timing there, though.
Oh, okay. Tradable. 4 legs. Can't land the bullet, but can he land the nade? It's gone deep. It's gone too far. If he just left-clicked, that was a kill, but he doesn't know it. Bullet will do anyway, and swinging wide onto Kraz. Ain't going to do it this time. He was on the offline. Galil in hand, ready for a big old swing, and 4legs just goes a little bit too fast, too furious. And it won't be 13-5. Canon Event will find themselves a gun round.
I told you,
Can
bro.
they find more?
It was Coppo's ripper entries. Did you see him? I saw him.
I saw him in the kill feed.
That's true.
Bam,
Double
bam.
AWP now. Hard to not get shot by double AWP when you have very limited grenades.
Mm-hmm. What do we got? 3 flashes left. One was used to fake into short B. And sliimey. Oh, he barely saw an elbow there. Man, he's turning up. He's young, he's sharp, and he's got a very low reaction speed.
And Canon event, not much of a reaction to losing the first pick here.
No.
They are kind of just turtling up in playground. Backside of connector. None of those are the bomb side though.
Gump in a bit of an odd position. Still wants to stay aggressive here in con, even though they've got the numbers. And he's hoping he can catch a timing, which he might now onto Coppo. Oh, sees the didn't see the shadow. Gump, blind. Find out soon. Flank coming through. Coppo, can he save the day? How's the timing? That's what it's boiling down to. And Coppo might be able to slide his way into short. He will. He hasn't seen Tux. He hasn't seen Gump, and Gump gets the kill. Oh, that could have been the straw that broke the camel's back, but it was not. And this is looking like game, set, and bloody match, isn't it?
Yep. More like the camel that broke the straw's back. And grass.
I feel like that'd be an easy job, you know what I mean? Is that what you're saying?
I guess so.
Straw's backs would be quite thin. Probably not doing too many in deadlifts. But Kraz, he hasn't been skipping leg day, running around the right way to plant safely with just enough time. And the CTs, they are honing in slowly. Slowing things up here. Gump isolated,
Ooh.
but he's hit that flick. After a roughest game in the series. Here we go. The second best of one is going to be won by Mindfreak. And there it is, 13-6, the final scoreline. Canon event yet to get on the board with a win, which is quite unfortunate. But they showed us that they can string together some solid rounds. They can show us some good Counter-Strike. It just unfortunately comes in bursts.
Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is, right? They are kind of the team that doesn't have too much experience in this league, so at the end of the day, they're going to continue a bit of a rough run of results. They might be claiming that wooden spoon prize here in challenge.